I lost your camera, dickhead. welcome. This is Drag the Lake. I am one of your hosts, Andy Malafrina. With with me, as always, the idiot with the smart camera, Pat George. Pat, how you doing with your new dumbass AI camera?
It's following a new leader. There we go.
Yeah, dude. The AI camera was sick of your shit and went all the way over there.
I tried
Pat
to
George,
do a dramatic intro. I apologize.
it's okay. It honestly it ended badly for you, which made me happy. So we're in a real good we're in a real good place right here. But welcome to another week of listening to full albums of a full band's discography. This week, well, we started off with Dance Gavin Dance. We moved past that. I brought in my bestest pal Pat. We are talking about Every Time I Die. If you're new to this, basically what we're doing, going through Every Time I Die album till we get to the end, and then we'll move on to something and just keep listening to music so we can ignore the slow trudge toward death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, death.
That's what life is. Distracting yourself till you die.
Yeah. I usually do it with sports or marijuana, but let's do it with some fucking Toonskis. What are we listening to today, Andy?
I'll tell you what's on the docket today when it comes to Tunaruskis. And we are today talking about the second full-length Every Time I Die album. And it is called, Pat, what's it called?
Andy, this one is coming from July 1st of 2003 from Ferret Records. This one's called Hot Damn. And a fun fact about this album, Andy, this is the first full-length Every Time I Die album to feature a explanation point in the title. And if it was sold at Walmart, it would be Hot Darn or Hot Dang.
You remember when Walmart was just like, starting today, we are not selling any unedited albums. And you're like, cool, dude. Can you just, like, cool, dude. You destroyed all the mom and pops and now you made this fucking lamer. Good shit.
I have one of the greatest fucking stories about this as far as, like, adolescent punk rock spirit, right? I love Pennywise growing up. It was the first band I ever got to see headline a show live. It's like one of the first tattoos I ever had. I was really dedicated to Pennywise. We've talked about it many times on the show. But I loved Pennywise so much that I was at Walmart one day recently, I think it was around the time of it was a title called Live at the Key Club, I believe it was called.
Okay.
It was like their first live album that they
released. Yeah.
And I was like, wow, they actually have it here? And I was like, you know what? And it didn't have the sticker on it, Andy. And I was like, wait a minute. This is crazy. How can they not have this handle? Like, this is the best thing about listening to independent or underground music when you're younger is the fact that if it does end up at Walmart, those kind of slip through the cracks. So not only was it an unedited Pennywise album where they're saying, you know, fuck they all look the same. The song's Perfect People.
Who's they?
It's a song about. You're right. So this is a weird thing where you're a kid and you're like
Pennywise toured with Screwdriver a lot in the beginning years.
They all look the same. Don't let them on the same bus as me.
Fuck, give them their own water fountain.
Fuck, why do they get to go to the same school as me? That's all I want to know. You let them know exactly what we know. No, it was
fuck, give them their own neighborhood so they don't come into ours.
It was a song called Perfect.
That's why they said fuck authority, because they were forcing them to mix with the others.
Right. They were the fuck authority. They were like, telling who to fuck.
They were like, fuck authority and all this forced integration.
What you didn't hear was in parentheses, the first two words were, we are fuck authority. But they another accident that was to somehow they avoided the censorship was in the book to that album. It's kind of like a big collage of a bunch of live show pictures of theirs, and it like really prominently, like 2 pages in, there are some of the nicest titties the young boy saw at that time.
Oh yeah,
unedited, just titties. So, and I bought that at fucking Walmart Supercenter in Pinellas Park. It was one of the greatest days of my life.
We don't have to go down this category real quick, but what was the first set of boobs you saw? What were they like?
The first one that I like remember,
Yeah.
like was, I believe it was like Skinamax. Remember, like the old, like
me too, dude.
Right, and it was I even know her name too, because I like fell in love with this woman. Kira Reed was her name. Her name was Kira Reed. She was like a redhead, just like kind of, with all due respect, kind of a normal looking lady, kind of milfish, right? But like all natural. I was a big all natch kid.
Nice.
I wanted everything natural, and there is a scene with her. I think it was like Hotel Exotica was the name. One of those weird names or something.
All right. You're about to be like, all right. So here's the thing. There was a long blowjob. All right, we went too far down this. We shouldn't have brought up horniness on this. That's my fault.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no. My first intro was a Skinamax moment, and they were fakies, and I've always had respect for fakies. People like to discount fakies, and I go, hey man, as long as it's a good old look ski, I'm just happy to be there.
Hey man, I'm almost done. Hey man.
Okay.
No
Sorry guys. We didn't pop one off before this, so we had to. I don't know why that.
I'm just excited about the record, so I get excited whenever you say anything. You could bring up Taco Bell right now. I get excited.
Yeah, drag the lake, drag my penis. But anyway, so let's get into this record. This, as we talked about on the last one, this was my first intro to Every Time I Die. I believe yours was the next album, correct?
Yeah, that was my first. Like, so I saw the single from New Black. So
gotcha.
If I also may, but before
wait, your first intro to Every Time I Die was New Black?
I think that album, like something, I think Gutter Phenomenon, like that album. I believe
I thought you meant the song specifically, because that's an absolute treat, because New Black's not necessarily a bad song, but it's like, I would put it on it's like the least Every Time I Die song.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Is it's so funny because I don't think I would have been deterred at all, but it's a weird thing. We kind of talked about this in the last episode, but like there's a level of sexiness that this band, they just ooze because they rock, right? These guys, these boys,
we both want to be held by Andy, is what he's saying.
It's just he's so strong and just
he's so big and pretty,
so big and strong. But this is the first, or this is the, I feel like Gutter Phenomenon is probably the first one where they actually start sounding like kind of I don't know how to put it, like, but like
they put in the rock twang.
They put the twang in. Yeah, they put that little fucking stink. This is still super gritty, like very, very unpolished Every Time I Die. So and this is, I feel like, their pinnacle of unpolished. You know what I'm saying? This is the pinnacle.
Well, yeah. Because to me, there's like three stages of Every Time I Die. Wait, let me look up the discography real quick. Because like Last Night in Town and Hot Damn is like one era. Like when it comes to the sound of the band, Last Night in Town and Hot Damn is one era, and then Gutter Phenomenon, Big Dirty, and New Junk Aesthetic is another era, and then X Lives, Parts Unknown, and Low Teens is a third era, and then Radical, in my opinion, kind of sits on its own.
It's kind of an opus. I feel like that was that was like, I think it's the perfect combination of both. Of all
of it. Radical, You're saying Radical is the best representation of their whole catalog?
Of the band, of like over the years, I would feel.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And it's perfectly matured too. But we'll get there when we listen to it. What are we getting into? What's the first song off of this one? Hot Dang. Sorry.
Well, this is the Walmart version of the stream. We the first part was a little X-rated. Now we're totally PG. So the first song off of Hot Dang we're gonna hop into I got it right here, and it's a goddamn banger of a song. We got to start off with Romeo A Go-Go. So let's just hop into it. Oh, it's muted. We can't hop into it.
Damn.
I'm a piece of shit. It's funny because this is one that you're like, you gotta have it clean from the get-go. You gotta have it clean from the get-go because it starts off so fucking nuts. So let's hop into it. Romeo Go-Go by Every Time I Die off of Hot Damn.
Tonight I'm coming home. It's over. Business fucking kills me. Lost its blood relief. Beaming like a newborn athlete. Open my hand. Ambulance. I got the still black eyes for you. Everybody's time to lay down with you. I got the honor run. Maybe I'm on my head. Maybe I should quiet down. Don't bet it another blackout. I'll be alright. There's an army at my window, waiting to lose this fight. Suffocating the songs I glitter, the fucking champion. Tonight will be like royalty and treasure. Happy I'm ridiculous. There's a delicate love song in this. Kicked out and dripping in verse. Go get your gun, 'cause God won't show. Instead of bullet instead. The Don Quixote of the ICU. Quite impressive. For a cripple. 4,000 by proxy of abuse. I'm not a desperate man. I'm not a desperate man. This man living for you. Traded it for an outdated tool.
Yeah. Keith has weird fucking lyrics, dude.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he was talking about.
But yo, that's what's, and I'm not shitting on him. I'm probably not deep enough to fucking get it. I'll totally give it to what?
I'm sorry. It's 2 albums in, and he's already way too smart. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about in this one. But it's but you're right. He is very he's like it's
This guy was a ticking time bomb, dude.
yeah,
It's crazy he made it to Radical.
yeah. It's crazy. Like what
Honestly-
we talking about codeine and fucking and all this other he's like being a poet and he's not a god and there's a gun. He's like talking like
Dude.
a homeless guy.
Some of these fucking lines are insane. The Don Quixote of the ICU.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what that means.
Dude, listen to these 3 lines together. The Don Quixote of the ICU. Quite impressive for a cripple. Munchausen by proxy of a muse. And you're just-
So I want
I'm in fucking middle school just like, fuck yeah, dude, right into my veins.
and you're just like because I'm trying to think of this like I admire a bit the people that are like screaming every lyric with the person like as they're in the crowd they're doing this and they're singing and they're doing it very confidently because they know the words.
Yeah.
Every time I'm just like I would never have known he was saying any of this
It's
until I read it.
crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy to me.
I'm almost like, yo, don't read the lyrics. It might,
Yeah.
because dude, I remember when I can't remember if it was this album or it was Gutter Phenomenon. It was one of the albums. I think I talked about it last week. They had a cover story on fucking Alternative Press, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, ooh, what's this band I love? And Keith's talking about how he read a bunch of Nietzsche, and I'm like, ooh, philosopher. That's the guy. The guy in the band I like. So let me check it out. And I'm in like 9th grade, just reading Nietzsche. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Huh?
Huh? That's so sad. Why are you so sad, dude?
Dude, I can't imagine. Yeah, you're right.
And
There's-
now I'm older, and I'm like, I should really read Nietzsche. I think he was onto something.
I get it. Like there's certain like elements and like subject matter that people are like, you know, kids don't need to be exposed to this early. I feel like everything he said in this, and not for like a censorship issue, but just for like cognitive function. Like I feel like this is gonna fry brains if you try to read this too early. Because like you said, you saw that somebody mentioned Nietzsche and then you wanted to check him out. Like it's this is like, wait, what do I look up here? Do I look up codeine or what is Munchausen? What is that?
Like,
Dude,
what
like,
does this mean? What does any of this mean?
It's too much homework at the beginning of this album. But
It's great though. It's great. That's why
Yeah.
I love it, because it is funny, because that's one of the great. This song represents one of the great it's like how layered Every Time I Die can be, where on the surface it sounds like this. I don't know what you would call. I don't know what genre this is specifically. It's definitely an offshoot of. It's definitely an offshoot of hardcore, but it's not fully hardcore. And I know everyone tries to call them metalcore, and there's definitely albums like the middle section of Every Time I Die is definitely like metalcore and shit. Like Gutter Phenomenon's a metalcore album, but this, I feel like calling this just metalcore doesn't give it enough credit. But regardless, even here, they're not in their fucking hard rockin' phase, but they still got riffs. That's the cool part about them. They have these like crazy technical parts, but they still have fucking riffs, which is just great, man. A lot of bands try to be too fucking heady with it, and they're like, we're gonna be heady, but we're also gonna have some fun shit where you guys want to mosh real hard and punch each other in the face. Because that's what I always, last thing I was gonna say, that's what I always loved about Every Time I Die is they felt highbrow, but they never felt like they thought they were fucking better or smarter than you.
Yeah, they were very approachable in their attempt, I guess.
And their energy.
Yeah, like overall, like we were talking about in the last one, where your initial reaction when you hear something from Every Time I Die, or you see something about them, you're like, do they fucking think I'm a fucking bitch or something? You think I'm a fucking asshole? We both had that interaction with Jordan, with like the making fun of moshing or turning you down for a hug.
There was a handshake.
It was a hug.
It's not a hug.
We all knew it was a hug. Give me
what my dad never could.
I will do this for the first time in this series. It's only the second album, but I will probably give my first critique of this band. I don't necessarily love their song structure early on. It feels very jumbled and it kind of feels rushed. I liked it in the last album when they had that misdirection, the chung, 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 chung. And then they go into another fast part, like, because I was saying, like, oh, it's kind of fun. It's cheeky.
Mm-hmm.
Humor. They do it again here. They're already going to the well with that. And I feel like as far as like, I like the parts that they're doing, but I don't like the way in which they're constructing the parts together. Like the way that they put them together not on all the songs, because we'll see, I think it's in the show's namesake. I will say Floater. I will say that is a perfect, one of the best construction of the song. Like they're getting it in this album, but I feel like their execution or their composition is a little bit. It's not so. It's a little.
I actually like these guys for a similar. I'm realizing it actually right now because I haven't gotten deep into Every Time I Die in a while. Like I've been listening to Radical mainly the past couple of years, but I haven't gotten like deep into this album in a while. And listening to this, I'm realizing I like them because they have a similar approach to song structure that Knocked Loose does. Where if you really pay attention to most Knocked Loose songs, they kind of just go like they do what they want to do. They don't necessarily adhere to verse, chorus, and shit like that. They kind of just do what feels right in the moment, and it's like a stream of consciousness songwriting process where, like, remember we always complain about, or I know I do, we complain about like August Burns Red, while they have some of the greatest parts fucking ever, like some of the best breakdowns I've ever heard, some of the best guitar riffs and shit like that. It just sounds like, well, we wrote a bunch of individual parts. Let's mush them together.
Yeah, it's kind of
and it sounds like why the songs go where they go doesn't necessarily have a rhyme or reason all the time. This stuff is random. Well, on the face, it's kind of random from a writing standpoint, but as you're listening to it and experience, it all just like, it all feels, it makes sense in the moment. And the reason for me it makes sense is I've noticed with a lot of the songs on this album, I find myself, just like sitting back and listening and not necessarily like just listening to the song, just seeing like, all right, where are you taking me? Not necessarily like thinking about other things, thinking about song structure. It kind of just, the songs kind of go with the moment. So it kind of like, these songs are very good at like keeping me in the moment and just listening and almost not like overthinking and shit.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you don't get tied up in a verse, chorus, bridge, done. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
it's on your toes. I understand that. I get that.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. This next song is Off Broadway.
This isn't at all unpleasant. I'm a chance about the living belly. Let our whistle go to all the way to the gallows that I am at the cabaret. From the sun signal, the orchestra moves the floor. Don't it make you feel wonderful? Body twisting, strictly ballroom, terminally elegant. Ideal posture being these lumps are. I'm just a kid. I'm weightless, well rehearsed. In my guidance, shot from my character's cannon eyes. Unhappy. This is a musical, and nothing goes wrong. Can't keep the glasses out of the head of the mess again. Strike up the band. Strike up the band. It's 245 beats per hour. Measure 5 beats per 6 step on alternating feet. The show must go on. Never mind the teeth and the fingernails. The show must go on. I don't feel at all like I thought I would. But I could probably go on like this forever. Tonight we dance. Once a while they release the dogs. Tonight we dance. Once a while they release the dogs. Tonight we dance. Once a while they release the dogs. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, keep it up. 1, 2, 3. Savor it, savor it, savor it, savor it. Savor it, savor it, savor it, savor it. Savor it, savor it, savor it, savor it. Savor it, everything vanishes.
Hell yeah, Pat. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you take. I'm gonna let you take this, and I want you to take this talking about how, because I think from a strong song structure standpoint, I'm guessing you enjoyed this one substantially more.
Yeah, I thought this was perfect. And as far as like the lyrics and stuff like that,
Oh.
I think it had a very clear, like it was told a story. It was kind of weird. It was interesting
Yeah.
because I want to know if he did the research about all of the dancing references that he made, like waltz and like the ballet, all these different types of dancing. But the thing that really stuck out to me was two things for this song, two huge points in this: all of the dancing references and the structure of the song itself makes for one of the best pit request songs. Like
Go
you
on.
guys want to dance? I got a dancing song for you. And then it's this one all about dancing, and they're gonna fucking go crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, dude. I'd be
And
so sick if they did. That would be so sick if
and-
they did that.
yeah, you have fodder. You've got your banter now. You've got your fucking that's built-in banter for that song. And not only is that very clever, but also this
Dude, it's so funny to just say. Not only is that extremely clever idea, but
that I just came up with.
yeah, I have determined it's clever.
It's also they do the one of my personal favorite things that Every Time I Die does, which is like the kind of relentless continuous breakdown. I like it. I personally like it when they do get sludgier as it goes. That's something that they do, I think, a little bit better in Gutter Phenomenon.
Mhm.
But there is that the continuous savor it. All he's saying is savor it, and it's just going jung 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 jung, and then it stop chug, and it's you're not changing anything. You're not going to, but this is a great fucking live song, I think, and also just
Yeah.
like a really well structured song.
Yeah,
All
that break.
around dancing.
That yeah. Are y'all ready for a square dance? This is a new number by us. Every time I die.
yourself a partner and get ready to hold down. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, definitely that I wonder if they don't play any song. They're not a band. I wonder if towards the end they still played this one, because that like 1 2 3 1 2 3 keep it up, that would go fucking nuts live. Yeah, I big thing that stood out to me is, and Every Time I Die is real good for this on all their albums. I think the only two albums so they're really good at giving each of their albums, like they have a general sound from album to album, but they're very good at giving each album their sort of own sonic personality. The only two albums that I would say kind of sound the same is which ones are they? It's Parts Unknown and not X Lives.
Yeah, I think it's X Lives. No, I think you're right. No.
No.
Low Teens goes into.
That's what it is. Parts Unknown and Low Teens are kind of like, if they released that as like a double disc, it would feel right. But and both of those albums are fucking great. They just kind of whichever one's second just sounds like a continuation of the one before it. But yeah, I'm noticing very clearly from the way that the guitars are playing off each other. Like Last Night in Town had a very specific energy to it, and this is giving a good, solid shift up. And I think that's a big way to give your band its own unique flavor, is kind of, always be evolving in a way that gives each album a different personality. And this has a very distinct vibe to it. Like the last album, I don't know. The last album almost felt like a fucking soundtrack to a Rob Zombie movie. If you didn't just put in fucking industrial disco songs, which I will say are good. But I do like industrial disco. Let's be real. Let's be honest, guys. Also one more thing where the hardcore Every Time I Die fans will know about this, but fun little Every Time I Die lore is so this song, I don't know how to present this information, but so basically,
take your time.
I'm gonna do it, dude. Pat fucking believe in me, please.
Yeah, I got this. You got this. We got.
No, so very funny thing that happened. I told you I found this album like late middle school, listened to it a bunch, and eventually, so Every Time I Die is like one of my favorite heavy bands, and then one of my favorite like more punk ska type bands is Bomb the Music Industry. I find them in high school. They put a bunch of their music out for free on quote unquote records. This is before streaming. It's when you would like download the MP3s and upload them to your fucking Zune. I had a Zune, Pat. I don't mean to brag, but I had a Zune.
I was actually envious. I was one of the people that thought Zune was going to be cooler than iPad or iPod. But
I'll say this: at the time, Zune was better, but their design sucked. They were like, Zune had more room and shit, but Apple's just king at design. Like when you're holding it in your hand and you're like, this feels better, this looks better, and then they just kind of kept it going. Zune had the one thing and then fucking went to bed.
No, not enough Zune rooms. You like the pod bod?
Yeah, Pat, I'm gonna let you keep that. You know what? I'm not gonna shit on you.
Just
I'm gonna let you
stop laughing. Hold on.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's probably people.
Please.
There's probably people watching still laughing.
Hit the like button. Go ahead and hit that like button.
Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you. Actually, there was one comment where a dude was filleting us, and it felt great.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it while we're listening to the next song. Pat, stop. You lost all attention because you're like, someone complimented me.
I was gonna look up Kira Reed real quick.
You're like, I got a jerk again.
Earlier when we were talking about that porn stuff.
So I got into Bomb the Music Industry. They put all their, I think when I got into them, they had like three albums out in an EP, and I'm like, oh, this music is free, so I download it. I'm just listening to the shit out of it, and then I listened to one of the songs, and they're like an aggressive punk band, so you can't really hear what they're saying. And I listen to one of the songs, and out of nowhere, I just hear 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pick it up. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and I look at the name of the song and it's this one. Congratulations, John, on joining Every Time I Die.
Oh wow.
Here, I'll give you a little taste of it.
Congratulations! Go shut your ears and get on that attention! Congratulations! Our friends knew that there was a better choice in you! Whoa! 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 Congratulations! Are you gonna move up north and throw away your yucky's head? Congratulations! Are you gonna swear off skull and chop till your hair back? Whoa!
So it's the core. Actually, yeah, the chorus is the best part.
Wait.
Whoa! Whoa!
And let me see if I can find the. So yeah, I thought that was very entertaining to me in high school. I know it comes off as them being haters, but I was reading an interview and the way they were explaining it is it's more of that thing where you're like because if you listen to the rest of the song, it has a very touching ending to it, and it's that thing where your friend is going off. Oh, the best part is I don't think their friend ever joined Every Time I Die. I think they just I think they just thought he was gonna, but I think
what if they heard this song and they were like, "Wow, we don't want to make your friends mad at you or anything. You can't do it." No, it was just a joke. They were just joking.
Oh no, this is actually incredibly unprofessional. We lost respect for everyone involved.
So you don't think we're worth it? We're not a better choice. You think you should stick with ska? Why don't you go ahead and stick with ska? See you later, guys.
Why don't you stick with a Long Island ska band with a computer drummer? That's going to be a better career choice.
It's going to be a lot better, idiot.
No, so I think the general theme of the song was to be like, it's that thing when your friend is like, you're happy for your friend going on to a better opportunity, but you're also mad because you're like, I don't get to see my friend as much now.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, it's just basically them saying like, see you later, you old piece of shit. Yo, it's like how when two old dads see each other, yo, son of a bitch, you fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, you little dick motherfucker. You never made your wife come. I loved you.
You son of a fucking bitch. I fucking hate your ass, you bitch.
Yeah, you stupid fuck. Every time you leave, I fuck your wife. God damn it, I love you.
God damn it, we're best friends.
God damn it, you're fucking terrible at everything you do. You don't deserve any of those raises. Your kids fucking hate you, you fucking beautiful son of a bitch.
You are a failure at life in every single way. Not just my opinion. I've talked to other people about it. You motherfucker, get over here.
You motherfucker, get over here.
Get over here.
Your wife can't cook the shit, that ugly fat bitch. Get over here, you silly son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's like where you're roasting them. Having a good time. You're having fun.
Just goes too far. Your kid's addicted to meth, and that's because you're emotionally distant. Get over here, you beautiful son of a bitch.
Hey! What I told you that stuff about Dylan and Tom.
Nah, we're just razzing each other. This is what guys do. We're guys.
Oh.
You fucking yeah. You're fat. And you have diabetes. That's your fault, stupid.
It's my retirement party, Randy. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, why don't you retire for being a fucking homo? I love you so fucking much. You should have chose me and not Linda.
This is why I didn't want to have the open bar. I told you, he has a problem.
I'm gonna do shots till I shoot myself in the head.
I know the number. You're about to find out.
If you don't leave your wife, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I love you so much, Danny. Get over here, you son of a bitch. Dude, I feel like it was the good old days when you just had to repress everything and you didn't have to deal with your problems.
So much
and
better when men didn't talk about their feelings.
You could just blame it all on women.
Yeah. It was
God
just,
damn
like,
it.
She's just, she's in a book.
That's why people love Mad Men so much, because they were you dumb camera.
You motherfucker. You backstabber.
Now you can't suck. Now you can't suck your own dick while we do these videos. I don't know, Mad Men. Yeah. I like when they hit women and are racist. That's a great show. That's what I got out of it.
Racist too?
A little racist.
I'll check it out. I just thought it was just like cleavage and stuff like that.
I'm listening.
Christina Hendricks does boobs.
Oh yeah, those are great boobs.
Top notch boobs.
Top. Great New York
Great. Yeah,
boobs.
that's what it is. That's what it was. Great New York boobs.
All right.
All right.
Next song, I've been gone a long time.
Come back then.
There we go. I've been a long time. I forgot how fucking silly that video was. I love just at the end when like, yeah, dude, you weren't faithful, so now Keith's fucking your wife.
It's almost like every I don't know, this was 2003, right?
2003, yes, sir.
Was that I don't know when Ocean's 11 came out, but like why does like it almost seems like every music video in like the late 90s, early to mid 2000s had to be some kind of like
2001.
yeah, perfect. Yeah. So it's like basically like every time it's always got like we got to have some gambling, we got to have a hot chick, and we got to get the other guy, the cool guy that gets the girl at the end. That's the video. And then like just fill in the gaps. You know what I mean?
My favorite part of the video was like they had the couple times where the dude who's cheating on his wife would just walk by the band, and I loved that because the energy of it was just like, guys, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, quit telling everyone.
Yeah. Fucking bitches.
What
Fucking
the fuck?
nerd.
Stop being a fucking pussy. Stop telling them about the shit I do.
Also, this is I feel like this is another red flag song for Keith.
Interesting.
The lyric in particular that stood out to me was "What's wrong with us that we're so unamused," and like talking about again, you know, partying, doing cocaine, and all this other shit.
Oh yeah,
essentially overstimulation in most. Like he's saying, I think the theme of the song is what happens when you're so young and you're already so overstimulated and kind of over a lot of the shit. And 2003, 2 albums in, they're still probably touring a ton, but like
Yeah.
we both know they only like ramp it up after this. So so you know what I mean? Like if he's unamused and kind of like this, I kind of need a little bit more to like. I would be interested to find out what kind of weird shit was actually going on the road in general, because it feels like
He was stealing people's wives in every city.
that's what I'm saying. It's like he's just like, hey, I'm gonna come here and fucking cuck your wife out, you fucking loser.
Yeah, I go to cities.
You're
I go to cities. I figure out who's cheating. I fuck their wives.
right, and like so I'm like
I,
morally okay with it, I guess. But
Yeah,
but
he's
I don't
like
know.
he's like the Dexter of unappreciated wives.
Yeah, he only breaks the hearts of real dickheads.
I only fuck the wives of bad men. I have Dexter Dick.
Dexter Dick. That's his new name.
I was laughing. I was like, this would be a good intro to Every Time I Die if you're not like
Yeah,
locked in on their sound. Because I'm watching this one going like, this is smart that they made this the video, especially in this time. Because if you're a fan of real heavy music, you can still fuck with that. It goes pretty hard. But if you're not a fan of like their shit normally, you can hear that and go like, all right, I'm listening. This is a really good song to make as one of the singles.
there's going to be a part to this song because this is a good, and I think this is part of the band. This is part of them that kind of became eventually the band that like got on EA Sports games and shit like that, and like was
A
more
rock band.
the more marketable side of Every Time I Die. Like they have a party fucking vibe. They rock, and it's not fucking unapproachable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good fucking music, and it's done well. So like if it's like if they don't have like there was a line they said once when I saw them that at the time I was kind of like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? But they said something about, hey, if you guys don't like Every Time I Die, then you can fuck off. Or not Every Time I Die, but AC/DC is what they said. Every Time I Die said, if you don't like AC/DC, you can fuck off. And I was like, I'm not particularly a fan of theirs. But then if you like, look, if you do research on AC, like AC/DC has always been just a fucking rock band. They just go out and they just play fucking rock, and they rock fucking hard. They play loud. Like literally, it's just straightforward. There's no like.
You.
I guess there's no like filler. There's no fucking bullshit. Like they just go out and fucking party, rock. Like that's all that's all Every Time I Die I think wanted to be was like this fucking very like
it goes
hard band.
Yeah, it goes back to some shit. Sorry, I'm trying to look up the track listing on Ferret Records samplers because I'm like, this song was probably on a Ferret Records album sampler. Yeah, no, that goes back to like the original point where it's like they definitely had elements of like, I don't know if I'd go far as saying like prog rock, but they do have like some pretty technical metal parts and shit like that. They kind of get a little bit they have a little dash of mathcore from time to time, but they never get too like up their own ass. Like,
right. Yeah.
And that's my problem with like some mathcore is I'm like listening to it like, do you guys even like this?
Yeah, you know what it is? I think they're playing those scales and everything, but they're playing those scales with a fucking cigarette hanging out of their mouth. They're like this. Like,
yeah, it was the same thing. It's why Heavy Lolo ripped so hard.
Yeah,
they had a similar thing where they're fucking weird, but they're also kind of like it all comes back to like just have good riffs.
Yeah, it's
just
thrash math.
Yeah, dude, just give me some good riffs. You're not better than good riffs and catchy choruses. I'm just saying.
Patchy choruses.
Patchy porridge.
Catchy choruses.
Poo 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 pee pee poo poo poo. All right, shut the fuck up.
Got it.
Godspeed up to sea. Here we go.
Huh?
Hell yeah, that was Godspeed Us to See. That listening to that song and reading the lyrics kind of for the first time. we've said it before. We're not a big lyric podcast. But like for real though, cuz music to me is more about like the emotions it's elicit. It's why I always say like don't get too heady if you have like a fucking political message or some shit, cuz then it just doesn't feel right. It's like music should be more about eliciting an emotion, making it feel like, you know, be the soundtrack to some fucking childhood trauma or something. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
Use metaphor.
Yeah, let's have some. Yeah, don't be on Front Street. Be in the back alley fucking assaulting me.
Right.
But like reading the.
You know what's funny? Right
Reading
before
the-
you said that, I was gonna say use the metaphor. You know, like anti-flag, and then you said the assaulting thing, and I was gonna be like, I can still say it, like anti-flag,
Yeah, like anti-flag.
allegedly.
Allegedly, like anti-flag. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was it was just making me go back to like, because I'm reading the lyrics and I'm like, oh, I got most of these, and it makes me think of like, it's always such a funny critiques people will have of music like this, where they'll be like, do you even know what he's saying?
No.
You're like,
I was gonna ask you,
"Who?"
is this one political? Is this a political song?
I don't know, but it's all whenever someone's like, I just told you I don't fucking know the lyrics.
No, but I thought
I just found out he says I'm a proud, God-fearing, registered Democrat. I didn't know he ever said that. I've been listening to this since middle school.
well, and the rats have, and the inmates having the asylum, the rats creating the mutiny. Like, I'm like, is there like, I don't think that, like, it wasn't just because he said Democrat that I thought like, I was like, oh, this is kind of a fun kind of storytelling thing. And I was like, wait a minute, metaphor. Is he talking about politics? Is this politics?
You
You talking politics?
talk about a little bit about it?
But but
Go on.
I was thinking, not only is this like damn it, what was I gonna fucking say? The
Oh, I think you were about to go. Duh. Got his fucking ass.
all right,
Stupid prick.
I'm giving it to you. All right,
Yeah. Give it to me,
you got it.
big boy.
You got one. Okay. You got one on me. But I just think that there's like with like metaphor and shit like that. Like there's you can't just have like something where it's I feel like Keith kind of he sings in metaphors sometimes, but like he'll kind of like he'll make it easy for you. You know how like sometimes there's like the really hard crosswords, and then there's like the ones that are like, you know, 3-letter word, not dog. And you're like, cat. But they don't do it for you. They make you do it, but it's not easy. It's
It'd be like 3-letter word, one of the Christmas colors.
red.
God damn it. Someone give this motherfucker an award.
2 for 2. But
Swish.
but like sometimes he'll be like, all right, like there's the coding and the thing and then all this other stuff, and I'm like, damn, is he
You couldn't remember one.
okay? Is he all right? And then like this one, you're like, I think this is about politics. And he's just like, yes, Pat, this is about politics. And I go,
He pats your head, gives you a fucking cookie.
yeah. But I still don't get it. Like, which side are you on? You said Democrats. You a Democrat?
You fucking Democrat, Pete? Keith?
What are you?
You goddamn Democrat?
What are you, Pete? Hey, Pete. You a Democrat?
Ooh.
His
Can I
name's
say
actually
something
Extra Dick.
about stop. I want to talk. I'm just plowing through you like an asshole.
Your dick, Keith Buckley. Have a bath, baby, on me.
Can you keep doing that with your mouth when you talk? Keith.
Keith Buckley. I just got all that. I have all this definition now, and it's following me.
You're ugly. Sorry, I'm sorry. You're so handsome. You're so handsome.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say this. I meant to say this on the last song where we had the music video,
Yeah.
because it reminded me. Because when you were dressing as a youth, you kind of went a little more. Stop it. You kind of went a little. Knock it off. You kind of went a little more punk rock
Yeah,
You'd buy your little bracelets, you get a little belt, you spike the hair, you fucking suck a guy's dick. You do all this stuff you did.
everything but the
And-
bracelet. So it wasn't an accessory.
Okay, my fault. I don't want to lie about
I
my
wasn't
friend.
some kind of gay. I was the gay.
I wasn't gay. I was a homo.
Yeah, I was just a homosexual. But yes, I did tend to dress more punk. Also with plaid stretchy shorts because I couldn't fit into anything at Hot Topic. I bought them at Walmart and they were small print plaid.
These suspenders are drawn on.
These suspenders are strictly for viewing purposes. These are purely aesthetic here, my friends. These aren't holding up anything.
I tape them to my shirt. I'm punk rock.
I clip them to my wallet.
They are hanging to the side, not as a fashion choice, but as necessity.
They are stressed beyond belief, and they
Can't-
do not stay on anymore. The elastic has been stressed so much that it will not stay on my shoulders.
If I put them on my shoulders, they will snap loose and smack me in the back of the head.
You are describing my fashion to a T. Yes, that was me exactly. Yeah.
But so you could do a little bit of dress up. I was a little less courageous. I'd wear a studded belt from time to time.
Ooh.
But I always loved because I was into punk, but I got way more into like the emo metalcore shit. And I gotta tell you, thinking back, because I think it was like when we were recording Panties yesterday, we were talking about it. Panties in the Mouth for people who, it's a podcast, PITM, for people who have no fucking idea.
They thought you were just recording underwear.
Yeah.
Yesterday, when I was recording underwear in my wife's closet,
Yesterday when I snuck into that sorority house and recorded all the underwear, it was Catch a Whiff Friday. No, Monday.
yeah, Monday, idiot.
Monday. Sorry, I'm dumb.
But yes, you're recording panties on Monday.
Yeah, we were talking about like wearing. Dude, it was so funny because me and Alec, you remember those like bullet belts where it
Yeah.
would be like a whole thing of bullets.
Yeah.
And I was like, sometimes I just think Nate doesn't know what words are. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I used to wear those." And he pulled up a picture of him with a belt, no bullets. Now they could have been like, yeah. And then we showed him the bullet belts we meant, where they were like the bullets that big, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, it's kind of like that." And it's just like, dude, it's not even close. What is going on?
A little bit the same.
Stop smoking weed, dude. It's
I
you're what?
don't know if that's a weed thing. I know what bullets are still.
No, I don't know. Sometimes you talk to Nate and you're just like, "Are we in reality, bruh?
Yeah, bruh.
Where are you right now? Where are you right now, bruh?
Yeah.
Bruh.
If he's moving to Texas, he better know what a fucking bullet looks like,
Yeah.
because that's the currency there.
Oh, dude, he just loads belts into his fucking gun and then he just starts wearing bullets. He's
What
gonna
a-
be so confused.
Idiot! What a fucking moron!
Nate, your gun's full of leather, you dumb fuck.
Somebody comes in here, you're just gonna shoot him with a fucking Louis V belt or something?
What, you just gonna slap him in the ass with the belt, you horny okay, all right. You know what? Do it again.
I like it.
Oh, maybe that's what we do.
Yeah.
It'll lower school shootings.
Spankings.
Yeah. Oh, but no, being into like metalcore and stuff. Yeah, dude, just spank it. Don't
Spanking.
kill all those kids.
That's the most conservative thing I've ever heard you say. I've heard you say some like that is the thing where I would go, man, Andy is one of those guys that wants to bring the paddle back, because if you're beating kids off in school, wait a minute, let me rephrase. If you are beating kids at,
What are you doing over
hold
there?
on a minute. No, we're not. It's not a joke. I'm not joking here. Andy,
Sorry,
do you want to go fight kids now?
dude.
Andy,
you
you
wanna
want to roll
pause?
some fucking kindergarten class right now and
Do
fucking
you want to pause this and beat up some kids,
you want to roll some fucking toddlers real quick?
dude? You want to hunt a small boy?
Or girl?
Calm down. Your camera's going crazy. Or a girl, or equal opportunity kid kickers. No, I just remember they were talking about all these. Stop.
Shut up.
Just stop. we were talking about all these different fashions, and I remember that's what I loved about like emo and metalcore is you just had to wear straight leg jeans, Converse or Vans, and then just like a black t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to get real sassy, you could straighten your hair, which I did from time to time. But like it was such a low, it was like such a low level outfit. And I'm like, I'm about that. I'm about a simple outfit where dude, just give me some jeans and a white tee or some black tee, get a lot of stain. I'm a big chicken parm enjoyer, so black tee.
Yeah.
All right. You want to listen to another song or you want to riff about nonsensical shit for 20 more minutes?
I'm good.
All right, dude. We got another one. It's called She's My Rushmore.
Ooh, mama.
On your brake line, your headline, waiting for you. With the stop sign, disconnected. For your blood, insurance fires on Southern Young. Always, the first one on the side. But my romantic, it's of an extreme. Pray to Lord, for this whole plan. For a current, for a love side. And then, sent us the hero. But outside is resolved. And when you thought you were done for, I broke through. While you rested your eyes in the driver's seat, I sat and watched you. Always, the first one on the side. Of my romantic, it's of an extreme. Trust me, trust me. Thank you, Lord, for the loaded gun, for the panic, for having lonesome. God smiling down on us. He shines His grace on everyone. He shines His grace on everyone. The greatest lovers, the murderers first. The greatest lovers, the murderers first. The greatest lovers, the murderers first.
Hell yeah. They love to end with a breakdown.
Yeah, it's always like this is something I like going forward, and again in Gutter Phenomena and about their song structure is like their endings get a little bit bigger. Like they don't necessarily they end on like notes, but I feel like they like a big dramatic like dong, like they kind of ring out notes and stuff like that. Their endings get a little bit or if they're going to be silly and sudden, they're like, remember that one that just goes Chicago. I'm talking about the next album a lot. I'm really excited.
Chicago was on the first one.
Was it the first one?
Yeah. I mean, you did bring up Gutter Phenomenon. Which
Yeah,
like,
that's my bad.
Chicago. That's on the last album.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
But I thought this had one of the
you're fine.
cool points that I love this. And for some reason, this feels like one of the most one of the hardest lines I feel like I've heard. While you rested your eyes in the driver's seat, I sat and watched. Like that means I could have fucking woken you up, but I'm okay to crash in this car with you. Like that, if that's metaphor, that's cool. Or if that's just an actual real visual, it's pretty fucking cool too. That would be you know what I'm saying? Like either way, if it's a like that, I love when like I feel like Keith Buckley really has the ability to say something that if it was visually cool, like or like that visually would be cool if it was realistic, like actually word for word what he's saying. But if it's a metaphor, also it's really like poignant and a good like fucking sick burn. I feel like
well, he has good his lyrics are good from a multi-layered standpoint because it's like his lyrics are two-pronged where you hear it the first time and you go, I don't know what the fuck he just said, but that I felt something, but I don't know why. And it like it gets you intrigued, and then you listen to it a bunch more times, and then you still don't know what it means. But then you listen to it a bunch more times, and you just go, I'm never gonna know what this means, and you move on to the next song.
Yeah.
It's a multi-layered experience. Now, eventually you start, because I can't remember. Maybe it'll pop into my head when we come across it, but I feel like I've had times where it like on the whatever the 20th listen, you go, "Oh, is he saying this?"
Yeah. I think that's probably what just happened was like that. Actually, paying attention to what the lyrics are, and
Yeah.
it brings out like something that you really have appreciated about him the whole time. Like there's another line that he has, if when in hell or when in Rome, we shall do as the Romans. When in
You're
hell,
getting ahead of yourself.
What?
Oh, are you just talking about lyrics in general?
yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sassy bitch.
bitch. I
Um,
said, here's an example of another example that I really like of his.
Oh, really? You gonna come at someone for not fucking listening? All right, Pat.
Who said that?
Someone's calling the pot.
Go with me. I thought
Yeah, I think you're sitting here. Pot's calling the kettle retarded. That's what you're doing.
AI. AI, is that you?
Yeah. Yeah. Beep boop beep. Pat, you're a fucking dick. Beep boop beep.
This camera's smarter than you, you fuck.
Yeah, but anyway, please come at me for not listening.
Speaking
You-
of paying attention to the lyrics,
Pat George.
and really,
My God.
Huh?
Don't do that. Do not.
you said my name.
Do not besmirch our Lord.
If you
How
say
dare
my
you.
name, shall I not appeal?
Blasphemy, you fucking used to be fat bitch. Blasphemy. We can do this all
I
night.
can do this all night.
I'm gonna do a fucking rosary until you act better.
You're gonna do a rosary? Who's the rosary? What's he like?
The what? What?
Duff what?
Shut up. Your joke stunk. You know what a rosary is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's I liked how that song like out of the gate like just went fucking nuts, and it kind of switch it. It's got a good because it's only a minute and 48 seconds long, so it's a short song. But they get a lot in there, and they go from like crazy fast beats to a little bit more straightforward, and then they turn on a dime back to the crazy fast beats and hit you with some breakdowns. I like how much they're packing into one very short song.
Yeah, and they have that cool like weird that kind of like swaying like where it's just the bass and the drum, it's just the rhythm section and Keith like singing kind of like it's like almost like shanty-ish, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they do a lot of they have a lot of those fun Every Time I Die elements of like the fun sing-along songs. I feel like that's when everybody in the pit, that's when you put your arm around your buddy and you do one of those because they're like, hey, we're like Keith Buckley. None of us are like Keith Buckley.
None of us are like metalcore Jesus. He's so handsome. All right, let's keep it moving. This is a special song to us. You listen to the lyrics, it might make you notice some things. So let's hop into it with Floater.
To my mistress the bridge, I don't feel well. I'll be leaving. You can't stop me. We've been carrying on too long. We've been carrying on too long. I'm sorry when I'm gone. I've got a bad reputation to think about. I've been dirty, I've been wrong. Maybe something about that I've washed up. I'm standing out to clear my head.
Hell yeah.
Oh, mamma mia.
Oh, hot a pizza.
If I can start off a little lighthearted, the fun fact about Pat is every single time I say, you know how you have those like things in your head like that you repeat like every time I mention that I don't feel well, I in my head I say I don't feel well, like how he says it in the song. Like it's he says like at the beginning of the song where he says I don't feel well. I always every time I say I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
feel well,
yeah.
I say it like that. I say it the way in like that's how I hear it in my head is that way.
That's so hyper specific.
Well, it happens.
I love it. I'm not judging you.
It's
Keep,
okay.
keep
I
it
can
moving. You're embarrassing yourself. Keep it moving.
Anyway, this is where we got our the name of our podcast that we do as well, and also Andy did not take into account my vote, which was to name the show "Full of Love," which is I think a little bit kinder, but he wanted to go Drag the Lake. I think we're just happy to get back to singing about killing women and children. That's what we like about Every Time I Die. Stories about drowning women and children.
Is this about that?
Dude, when you say that the lake is filled with love, that means it's past lovers in which that you've killed. And then
So-
when you say that you're going to bring the children there to see what
You're
but-
taking like the literal interpretation of it. I got you.
what love did, and then you could teach them to swim.
Yeah.
So like he didn't do the right emphasis. He goes, and you can teach them to swim. If this was Jello Biafra, he would have nailed it. And then you can teach them to swim. And then you can teach them to swim.
In the lake where the N-words feel cool.
Oh, wait a minute. I can say it. I mean it ironically.
It's a commentary on. I honestly don't care. It's just fun to bring up as a joke. In the
No,
structure of jokes, it's fun to bring up that he said the word.
Did he really?
Yeah, on Holiday in Cambodia.
Oh, I don't even think I.
That's what it was. I'm not just saying the N-word. It's a reference, guys.
That's
If there's any kids here that haven't listened to the Dead Kennedys, it's a reference to them.
and if you don't agree, we will teach you to swim.
mm,
Now I just want to hear Jello Biafra cover this song.
love
Love the
but
song.
yes,
That's greatest
this
breakdown
is
music.
this is the song where I got the name for the podcast. I will be honest, if I knew it was the name of a fucking Amity, how do you say this goddamn band's name?
I don't know.
Anonymity? No, Amity Affliction. Fuck. I'm pissed. Pat,
Yep.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
The Amity Affliction.
What is that? But is that the band or they name a song?
They have a song called Drag the Lake.
Those fools.
Yeah. We're gonna be bigger than them one day.
Yeah.
That's
Why we should have gone Full of Love, stupid. But anyway,
when did you ever suggest that? You're literally making things up. You're just making things up. I texted you if we ever start a record label, it should be called Full of Love. You're ruining the plot.
I'm really sorry, Andy.
Yeah, it's okay.
I really
It's
felt-
okay. It's okay. Everyone's mad at you, but it's okay.
Sorry.
This is a great example of you don't need a lot of razzle dazzle to have the dirtiest breakdown ever.
Yeah.
Literally just dun dun dun, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Just super, just fucking downbeats and an offbeat here, nothing fancy, and it just goes so fucking hard.
Yeah, I think this is. I truly feel like this is one of the greatest breakdowns, if not the greatest breakdown in music. Like there's really not much. We were saying like what song was it?
Sorry.
What song was it that you said would be like a great representation of the band? Wasn't it the second song?
No,
it
not a
Window?
great, not a great representation. Well, it's not a bad song, but it's a good song to intro to someone who maybe wouldn't be totally convinced of this band. I've been gone a long time. It's a good song to give to someone, and then they'll be like, "Oh, it's not bad," and then they'll probably fuck with the band more so.
Yeah, I feel like if you want me to like you, you gotta like this song. Like, like if a great intro song to Pat George is if I play this song for you and you go, this is good. I like this song a lot. This fucking rules. Because if you go like, not for me, I'll go, okay, then we should probably never talk again.
You're like, you see that fire? Can you stand by it while I push you into it?
Could you just go ahead and just stand right in front of this and hold this big old jug of gasoline? I'm gonna get a running start.
So if you were the Spice Girls and you were saying, if you want to be my lover, when you say you got to get with my friends in this example is the song Floater.
You gotta drag that. You gotta drag that. You gotta drag that. You gotta drag the leg.
If you want to drag my leg, you got to like the song Floater.
You gotta fill me with love. What? You gotta fill me with love. Hey, Andy, fill me with love.
Knock it off, dude.
Play the next song and fill me with some love.
All right. We got in the event that everything should go terribly.
Is this song got lyrics?
No, this is a segue song, but it's on the album, so we're listening to it.
Everybody, please go to the bathroom quick.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Not that that was even like if you just give me that, this is not bad. But like, I'm glad they stopped doing that, because let's be real. Like, the only time you're listening to something like that on an album is if you have this like part of you that goes, well, I want to listen to the whole thing one time through. And then every single listen after that, you're skipping over that.
Yeah.
You're hitting that skip-a-rooski.
This is not on anyone's playlist. And if I may so frankly ask you, Andy, and maybe you'll be able to answer this. Why did this is what I wrote. Why did they include this song? Why is this on the album? This doesn't fit or match the album at all. Except for it was probably recorded at around the same time.
Well, I would say musically it fits in, but it's just, yeah, it does. What are you talking about?
Well, yes, they're all playing their instruments and they're doing it lovely, but
but tonally it matches.
What
up
other
to
song sounds like this?
The rest of the album.
No.
Yes.
There's no
It's
dramatic.
like this-
There's not one dramatic shift in this. There's not any change.
It's an interlude, you yahoo.
Exactly. It's a waste of time. It's filler. It's fucking filler rap.
Pat This is why you're the biggest piece of shit I've ever met.
I thought we were just friends. Weren't we just best friends just a second ago?
Not for a second of my goddamn life.
Okay, well, go on. Why do you hate me?
You do
Why do I
this.
do shit?
Why do I hate you? Do we have all night?
Oh, come on.
Anyway, sorry, I turned into a conniving cartoon cat.
That's all good. It was a dog.
But no, I was just laughing because it's like we were going back and forth, and then you got to the thing I said in the beginning. You go, it's just filler. I go, that's what I said.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't like it really is. It's like,
But you were saying it does. This is what I'm saying. It fits in musically, but it's unnecessary.
I don't know. Like, to me, the mood of the song it feels like this is a part of another song, maybe from the album. You're right. I'll give you that part. This sounds like part of a song that they wrote, and then
That's
they
what I'm trying to say.
Look at all the cool, interesting parts, and just have this part where if you're listening to this time, if you're listening to this the time it came out, if you're on the other side of your house and your stereo is on the other side, you're like halfway through this, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, should I walk across the room and fucking switch? You're like, that's only a minute. And by the time you get there, there's like, there's 38 seconds left.
This is the song you hear when you're listening to the vinyl. You start to realize you're like, yeah, maybe CDs are better.
Right. It's like, come on, enough already. To me, it just the vibe. This sounds like, yes, it could be part of a song, but it's not. It just doesn't feel like obviously the same energy. I know exactly it is an interlude. I know that, but I'm just saying it literally is just filler. And I agree. I'm very glad that they stopped doing these because this is so fucking annoying.
It's
You do this live? Do you do it live?
Well, it's just, to me, it's about just accepting the realities of the situation and to go like, guys, you've listened to music enough. You guys skip over this song on every album.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Why are you even including it?
I want to know why it even started. Like some albums are a little bit more theatrical than others. We both know that. Like there are some that are like a little more dramatic. So obviously interludes and big intros and outros are things, skits and stuff. And then they just got out of hand. And then every band felt like, okay, well, it's track 7. Time to fucking waste everyone's time. And it's just like, we're going to put a fucking pussy song. Like Unearthed did it too all the time. And it really bugged the shit out of me because I'm just like, guys, get to the rocking. I don't want to hear this shit.
I'm here to hear you rock.
I'm here.
And I got to be honest.
Yeah.
You're not fucking rocking.
This doesn't fucking rock. And I get immediately, like every time I die, and I feel like Unearthed kind of falls in the same realm of bands that like they spoil their fans. Their songs are way better than they should be. You know what I mean? This is their second album, and there's like 2 or 3 absolute fucking bangers that they put a lot of thought and consideration to.
And
then you go, what's this? Ugh.
Can I throw out a theory?
Please.
So I was curious. Bush did 9/11. That's my theory.
Now watch this.
I mean, I'm just saying, look into it.
Yeah.
One camera at the Pentagon. All right, come on, all right. One camera. But one angle. They only got those 10 seconds. Cool. That makes sense. They taped over the moon landing footage. Gotcha, partner. It's just getting really intense. What?
Look into it.
Look the fuck into it.
Hey, it's not following me now. No.
Yeah, dude, the CIA hacked it.
The AI is like, okay, yeah, we'll keep watching.
No, I this is why I was looking down at my phone. Just texting bitches. No, I was looking down at my phone because I was looking up. I was wondering the time length of this album.
Okay.
And the time length is 27 minutes. So if you think about it,
damn, really?
Yeah, if you think about it, they take this out.
It's 25.
It's only 24, 25 minutes.
Yeah, if it's like worse if it's like 24, 37. You know what I mean? If it's like just under 25 minutes, like it would be even worse. You're right. Yeah.
I'm wondering if they were like, guys, we don't have enough songs. And they're like, do you want to do some bullshit for 2.5 minutes?
You know when we were running tape when you guys were tuning up earlier? Yeah. Can we just Sure. Yeah. Let's call it in case of something happens. It's like one of those super long things. Dude, you know what I'm gonna do? When they reunite, because we all know they're gonna, and we get tickets to the show, or we're backstage, hanging out with the band,
Yeah.
I am personally going to request.
Keith tells us I
Yes.
heard all the jokes and I'm
Good.
okay with
They were
them.
jokes. I mean them.
You guys are so cool that I don't care about all the jokes.
Yeah. We moved on, and Andy's holding us in his arms, and he goes, "Guys, what do you want to hear tonight, little boys?" And then we go, "Well, Mr. Andy, can you play in case of an emergency break, in case of everything?" I can't remember the name of it, but you know, the one where Keith doesn't sing and you guys just kind of play songs, play chords.
Can you play in the event everything should go terribly over and over and over again?
Oh, Andy, that's a weird request, but sure, we can do that for you.
That's actually an interesting request because no one ever wants that.
Yeah, nobody wants that, and actually, people have requested us to never play it again. Guys, you can do better. That's what I'm just saying. Do better, but I think that's a really good point. Maybe they're just artistically at their limits right now. You know what I mean? They're not getting incubated properly as a band. They're on Parrot Records. They're probably recording in some fucking trailer out in New Jersey. You know what I mean? Like,
I legitimately think like I think it's kind of I dropped my Sorry. I have knockoff Zin, and I've been twirling it in my fingers and I dropped it.
okay.
And God forbid my knockoff Zin hits the ground.
I thought for sure Steph was standing right in front of you and put the cigarette right in your crotch, because that's how you reacted. You're like, "Oh fuck, oh."
Were you a cigarette smoker?
Loved him.
No, for real?
Yes, yeah, for I think like 11 or 12 years.
Did you ever? So you probably definitely done the like flick it out the car window, wind blows it back in the back seat, and you're just spazzing.
Yeah, it's actually no. I've never had the thing where I thought it did that. I thought I did it once, but like I thought some ash came in, but I haven't had that.
No, I'm talking whole cigarette.
Oh no, I haven't had that.
I've had that happen.
I've had it where the cherry dropped in my lap.
Mm.
That was really rough.
Do you ever have the one? I've had the one where my lips will be dry, and you go to take a drag. Your lips are dry. It gets stuck to your lips, and then you just drag your fingers over the cherry, and you get that little burn.
Yeah, and it's just, it's just like a little. That's what I do. I yelp a lot. So
when you smoke, you get the hiccups.
One of my favorite memories growing up. I remember before I was old enough to go to
Is
school.
your dad alive?
Yep, he was still alive at the time. I think I was like 4 or 5, but I wasn't in school yet. And my mom was working from home. She used to do medical transcription at home. And when she used to have to drop off the tapes to the office, I would go with her, and she would talk with the girl there, and they would stand out back and smoke cigarettes. And in the parking lot, there was like puddles and shit like that, because it would rain a lot in Florida. And she would let me, when they were done with their cigarettes, they would let me flick their cigarettes into the water so I could hear them go.
That is a fun sound, though.
Yeah,
I
was like, yeah, so I was flicking cigs when I was 4 years old, dude.
Damn, dude. You had no hope.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you're like, hey, you ever try to flick a cigarette out the window and you're like, fuck it up? I'm like, no, dude, I've been pinpoint accurate.
I've been killing it my whole life.
I'm like, hold your finger out. Bing!
My dad had me practicing at a young age like Tiger and his dad.
Yeah, like I'm pretty good at it. And also I can I can get really good sounds out of it. I like a bounce. I go.
That's so sick. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what that song did to me. That's what that memory brought up, was flicking cigs as a young boy.
It reminds you burning your hands.
Yeah. Burning your hands.
Burning your fucking hands.
No, going to ash a cigarette out the window and hitting the edge of the lip and stuff like that, and then the ashes just kind of flying everywhere. The lap, burnt plenty of pant and shirt that way.
I do miss a car cigarette though.
Yeah, car cigarettes rule.
They do rule. I want to buy like a fucking shitty truck so I can just for smoking cigs.
Dude, you're a fucking redneck. Not just in the literal sense, but you are a fucking white trash piece of shit. You're more white trash than me, and I grew up in Florida.
No, you know what it is? This is why I feel like I've gotten
so I can smoke cigarettes.
And I said it to be all funny.
I believe. No, I think you mean that.
No. I'm critiquing myself.
Okay.
Is because I sort of had a like, but I could not be more serious.
Yeah, I know, dude. When we were talking about dishwasher jobs, and I was just like, man, I just like, what if I just podcast with Andy,
Go
I
wash
just
dishes.
wash dishes, dude. Fuck everything. Why am I trying? I will erase every bit of social media and just go wash dishes and talk.
We're all on a goddamn prison planet. What does
Fuck.
it matter?
Right? What does it? What do you care? Just go work, clock in, clock out. Nobody's gonna call you at home to wash dishes. You're gonna you just have hours to come in, wash dishes, and you go home. They ask you to stay, say fuck you, and go home.
Well, dude, you might be able to. It's so funny. Every time I bring up, like, cause you know when you kind of have an idea, but you're afraid to be, honest with people. So
Yep.
you tie it up in a pretty little bow of like,
Would it be
And then
cool
if
if everybody did this?
and then if people don't shit on you too hard, you then approach it with like, well, like, what if we actually did that?
I mean, like, it wouldn't be that hard. I mean,
Yeah.
I've
I've
done a little
been-
bit of research.
I just have these endless schematics.
Hold on, if you just look here and here, I have.
Yeah, I mean, I just have this bank loan sitting around.
I mean, I've got the capital already. I got some investors lined up, but
I just have a few angel investors. Nothing crazy. Like if you want to fucking
I mean,
no, but I would.
fleshed out. You know, I mean,
I keep throwing it out there. Starting a fucking food truck, and people constantly like I did a Real Ass podcast today, and I threw it out there, and instantaneously like Lewis and Zach are like, you already look like you work in a food truck.
yeah, dude, I would stand in line for your food truck already if I knew, just because I'd be like, yeah, that guy's gonna make a fucking hoagie.
Here's
Like-
the thing: you're not standing in line
I'm
because
working
you're fucking right there on the grill with me, buddy.
Damn it! I'll wash.
Pat-
Can I just wash dishes?
No, this is a food truck. We're using paper products.
I'm just. I think that would be a great idea, and look what it did for Joe DeRosa when he opened a sandwich shop. Now he's bigger than ever.
Dude, for real.
Yeah, like why not?
We'll do a podcast with one of the Impractical Jokers, argue over fucking potato chips. We'll be
We do
huge.
need to know a millionaire. Yeah, we know a millionaire.
Oh, we know a millionaire. We
Hey,
probably
we
know a
got-
couple millionaires.
Dude, this would be the weirdest Shark Tank plan. Just be like, okay, so we're gonna start out by buying a food truck, then we're gonna
Yeah.
be a millionaire.
And
start a
here's-
podcast.
Here's the trick. We're only going to make enough money to stay afloat and then immediately stop working.
and then stop working there as soon as we can.
The second we make enough money to pay our bills, we're not going to do it. And then we're going to be like, shit, we got to pay our bills, so we're going to do it for a little bit. And then when we pay our bills that time, we're going to stop doing it.
Then we're gonna have to take out a loan because we're gonna have big repairs on the truck.
Yeah.
Why do we?
And
both
then our wives are going to turn to us and go, this whole thing was a mistake. You stole my best years.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that will happen, Andy. That definitely hasn't happened.
that argument will happen sometime.
That will happen one day. Can we just go on to the next song real quick?
Can we just fucking play
What's the next
Obama?
song? Thanks a lot, Obama.
All right, everybody, we have
All right, this next song is Obama Rama. They knew early.
Yeah.
They were like, we like this guy. Let's
Thanks
write a
lot,
song about.
Obama. I'm a registered Democrat. So
all right, everybody, we have the new Every Time I Die joint. Let's bump it.
Make up on a new set of cutlery. The livestock is gone. They're all
emergency strikes you, you better not lose your nerve. It's a rush that the cockroaches get at the edge of the world. It's alright, it's alright. There's a pill by the bed if you need one, or you're doing just fine. When in Rome we shall do it for Roman. When in hell we do shout to the bar. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We don't think it's us of the morning after, and we don't honor a single word of the night before. In the meantime, we're just thoughtless, incessant buzzing apparatus. The solution of only us and the last man standing. It doesn't get any better than this. Run like hell. Run like hell. So run like hell. This is a rock and roll takeover. Living each day without it in time. There were mercy, folks, there was blood. Oh, you should have been there by my side. This is passion. This is red-handed to now. I have no lover. And she hasn't the prettiest eyes. Let's go.
Hell yeah. That would be you know, we were saying on the one song earlier it'd be a good intro if you weren't really convinced on the band. But this to me, just like this video is, if you don't like this, don't even worry about listening to this band.
Yeah.
Because this is just this is easily the best song on the fucking album. It's such a clean. The next two go pretty hard, but yeah, this would probably be, you know, start to finish, all in all, my favorite song on the album because it just encompasses like everything fucking great about them, like good riffs, chaotic shit, but like this has some really good song structure, and that because I'm remembering that video really sold me on them because you know you have well, they started off with the roller rink DJ. That's got a fun little fucking vibe to it. And then you see Keith, looks like he should be an indie rock band, but he's like screaming and stuff. So that's a fun juxtaposition. Everyone in the band's going nuts. These looks like, okay, these guys are going to be fun live. We got a bunch of fucking metalcore kids roller skate. It's just a good, and I like the little things too. Like on the sort of interlude type part where he goes, last call, could kill it. And then right before they come back in, the freeze frame that just says rolling. Like, why is that even there? But it's so fucking great.
Yeah. I think this is their campier side kind of coming out a little bit more, but also having fun. Like this seems like this would be one of the most fun. I envy anybody that was able to be at this video shoot. This really has band like reaching out to their fan or at the time street team and saying like, hey guys, we're shooting a video wherever it is, that roller rink, you know, any fans want to come out, where this many people, like how cool would it be to see this band at a roller rink? I once saw Every Time I Die at a venue that was an abandoned hotel. That was the outside of the hotel. It was the Green Iguana in Tampa, and there was like this big like 2-story hotel complex, right? And it was in the courtyard of the hotel. So the bathrooms to the venue for that night were just like certain hotel rooms that they opened up, and people were just like walking in. There's no beds in the room or anything.
Really?
People just stand in line for like just a regular hotel bathroom. So like it was
so funny.
And in the middle of the fucking crowd was a fucking pool, like an actual like legit pool. And,
really?
With water in it and everything. That remember, it was Every Time I Die with headliner Gwar. That was one of the sickest goddamn shows I've ever been to, and I believe that was the show that Keith Buckley made the statement: "If you don't like AC/DC, get the fuck out." Or whatever, or something along the line. If you don't like them, you don't like us. We don't like you, or something like that. Like whatever the proclamation was, it was pretty clear that I was like, I'm gonna have to come to terms with liking AC/DC because he's not gonna like it if I tell him I don't like him.
He's gonna be pissed.
But that was one of the coolest fucking shows I ever saw him. So I thought like this would be a really cool instance too. Like the shots that they did where like they're all kind of piling in together. Like this is a thing where even I'm sure at recent they do they were doing the Christmas celebration
Tid the season.
that I'm sure people showed up and they were like, dude, I was one of those skaters at the Obama video. And they're like, oh, no way. That was such a fun day. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like a really cool experience to be a part of. But not only that, like, absolutely the elevator pitch for this album and this band at the time. This is what you play for somebody. If, like you said, if you don't get on board with this is their AC/DC moment. This is like, if you don't get on board with fucking Obama Rama.
Also got reminded of I don't know how much you would have seen this, but me being more locked into like the Warped Tour bands and shit, I got reminded of this fucking logo, the Johnny Cupcakes. Dude, there was a time around this time, like they must have just sent every band that did Warped Tour a bunch of these shirts, because I would see these shirts all the fucking time.
I don't this does not look that familiar, but it does look. Yeah, that's really interesting. That was a thing, really?
Yeah, well, it looks like there's still a thing. I found their website. Yeah, it looks like there's still a thing, like a t-shirt. I don't know what that means. World's first t-shirt bakery. I don't know what that means, but no, I just remember they had like their design was trendy at the time, and it just caught on because I'm assuming they sent a shitload of the bands their shirts. And then you see the band you like in the shirt, and you're like, oh, I want to look like that guy and whatever the fuck. So yeah, there was a good chunk of, there's probably like a good 5-year chunk where this fucking company was popping.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I like it. That was good. Good stuff, Andy.
I like you.
Keep up the good work. You're doing good.
Thanks, buddy. I don't need your approval.
We're almost there. We're almost at the finish line, man. You're doing good. Keep it up.
Hey.
Huh?
You could. You know,
I know,
you still have a chance.
I know.
You still have a chance to cross that finish.
I'll put my hand up. I pissed off the AI again.
All right, let's keep it moving. We got hit of the search party. That's not what it's called.
That's what it's called. Hit of the search party. You're right.
It is hit up.
This says hit of.
I know what it says. It is hit of.
All right, Andy. Jesus, we're just both reading it. What it says on the official thing.
Yeah, but I'm mad.
I got it. I that was clear.
This is bullshit.
I understand.
No man abandoned his mouth. Okay, crashers called us to work. Take up your time. I want this shit cleaner than a hospital ward. Heretical and polluted array. Toxic to position back. The war. Set the traps. We'll have that criminal dead. March through the streets on a stick. Someone will pay for this. We'll squeeze this goddamn place out. Sleepless. One night. Open. You cannot think us. We've been out of thought for a while. You cannot think us. We've been out of thought for a while. I'm the warrior with the deadliest weapon is the one without an instruction. Manual for its gun. This is our union. Of conscience. We are the new global menace. Stalking the land. Dashing down deep. Tapping up speed. Dying and humming and watching the clock. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. For fucking with us. That's what you get. For fucking with us. When we find you, we'll skin you alive. We'll plug out your eye. And the cannons will roar as we march to the Capitol, dragging your hide. Too late.
Fuck yeah. Hit of the Search Party. Why are you squeaking over there?
That's just got me all fun chugged. I love it. That's a lot of fun chugging. That's to me the different, you know, the talking guitars kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like where they go like the different variations of the chugs that they were doing, whether it be the talking back and forth, the chug 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 chug, or they're doing like the slower chugs into the bigger chug.
Would that be more? That would probably be more like chug 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 chug. The slower chugs.
Yeah.
Where the faster chugs are kind of like chug 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 chug.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting
then when they bring in the slower chugs, it more be like chug 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 chug.
But they're all
chug.
fun.
Please
chug.
let me finish. Chug chug chug. Go on, Patrick.
But they're all fun chugs.
Chug.
All chugs matter. Okay. And I this is like I feel like
dude, over here we respect the Thin Blue Chug.
I think I like the word gnashing. That's fun. This is a lot of, I feel, a last album energy, like kind of getting them out of their system. You know what I mean? Last Night in Town kind of feel old, but also like really kind of showing what they're going to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't change from this too much. It's just it gets a little bit crisper and it gets a little bit more defined. So like I feel like this is a good like preamble, but like there was a one of the lyrics right near the end that fucking really tickled me was are these helicopters for me? That's one of those like I like that like to me that's a fun like that would be a fun thing for a crazy person on a rampage to say. Like
there's a lot of lines in that's a nice thing about Every Time I Die is you're never gonna get like, you know how fucking every other band says like shit like back against the wall or I think we were joking about it when we were doing one of the new music from Fridays where it's just like, dude, if I hear the words hit the lights or something like that, I'm immediately discounting everything that has to do with your band. Like it's just, we've heard that so many times now. Like, why are you, and you're not gonna, from a lyrical standpoint, you're not gonna experience stuff like that. You're gonna hear shit you're never gonna hear in any other song. Like we got drooling, polished jackboot monsters.
Yeah.
No one's just gonna stumble upon that in their lyrics.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're such considerate, like fun, but also kind of like weird, visuals. Like it's giving me like they don't have to have really elaborate music videos or anything like that. I feel like he really does like with his imagery and his lyrics. Like this is truly one of the bands that I do enjoy the lyrics of. Anytime I pay attention, but oftentimes, like you said earlier, we don't really pay attention to them a lot. This is always.
You're like, I enjoy their lyrics, but I never pay attention, so I never get a chance to enjoy their lyrics.
But like you sing, but that's the thing is like I don't oftentimes actually sit down, listen to the song, and read the lyrics with it, and it's not like again earlier on, I have no idea what the fuck he was talking about in that other song. This one, I don't know. It's enough fun imagery. He's painting a picture with words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I definitely know what you mean. Yeah, and I think going back to what you were saying about the guitars, this is a good it's sort of a good preview of what we're going to get more often on a lot of later albums where they're very good at playing off of each other. They're very good at both doing their own little thing and making it one cohesive sound.
Yeah. But
I mean, you never what?
Not when it's an interlude.
All right. Just for no reason bringing that up.
Enough with the interludes.
You're the one who's still talking about them.
You're right. Yeah. They have a cool way to like kind of play back and forth to each other and stuff like that. And it's like
100%. Yeah. All right. Last song, Pornography.
I'm listening.
I'm signing up for therapy. Whoops. Hell yeah. I think Keith had a porn addiction.
Yeah, I gotta say, I wrote down. This feels like there's a story behind these lyrics,
Never thought about it until right now. I think he had a porn addiction.
but was also probably I don't think that they were raised in a religious household, because I feel like I was kind of getting the vibe that this was him also criticizing possibly maybe an experience he had on the Warped Tour or with a Christian band that they were on tour with. Maybe because there's a lot of, he's talking about Christian and he's talking about porn and he's talking about Christian. Lots about the R word, guys.
Yeah, so my guess is, so this album comes out what, 03?
Yeah.
They're probably in their early to mid 20s. At that time, you know, they grew up in the 90s. At that time, even if you weren't that religious, like everybody's family had some sort of religion involved.
Yeah.
Like even my family, it was like we were Catholic, but we would go to church pretty regularly, and then around the time of like middle school, early high school, we just kind of slowed down to inevitable like stop. But like everyone in this time period like grew up with some amount of religion. So I could think, because I know growing up Catholic at a very young age, they're like, if you jerk off, you're a piece of shit. Like there's that energy out there. So I could see from just with that topic specifically, you know, if you're getting consumed with pornography that it seems that young Keith was dealing with, I could see sort of the quick reference is in contrast to religion. I'd have to look over it again. I don't know how this would apply. It'd be so funny if this song's like, yeah, Under Oath kept yelling at us for watching porn.
Yeah.
Reliant K wouldn't leave us alone.
No, the feel that I was getting from the lyrics was that he was calling particular Christians out for being hypocrites because they watch porn, or they
possibly.
That's what it felt like, kind of. But also, how crazy would it be to request a song?
What?
How crazy would it be to request a song and just be like, "Play me the rape," just singing along in the mic? You know what I mean? Like, put this guy on the list.
Yeah, man. I like it too, because a lot of those songs that are like that have that 3 feel to them, I usually kind of get annoyed with them, because a lot of bands, when they approach a song with a 3 feel to it, they don't always know what to fucking do with it. So they get very limited, and the songs usually sound like a lot of other fucking songs I heard. But right out of the gate, they were playing like they were playing the fast part, like it kind of felt like a, fast drum beat. Then they switched to the 3 feel, but like the fast drum beat in the 3 feel is always an interesting endeavor. And when bands pull it off, like Every Time I Die did here, it always fucking goes hard. But the way that because yeah, like I was saying before, when metal bands or whatever sort of approach this time signature, it can get very boring very fucking quickly. Where you'll have like either the intro to the song or like the they'll have a little razzle dazzle after they hit the fucking chorus, but then after that, it's just a boring like it's just some like most bands when they're approached with this time signature don't know what the fuck to do with it. And Every Time I Die, just like the simplest way to put it is they just left no stone unturned on this song, just hitting them with every possibility you could have with this type of shit.
Yeah, I think this is kind of like, again, this is kind of like that final burst of, and it also feels like a very personal song, whether it be an experience with somebody that you thought they're a hypocrite because they're a piece of shit doing pornographies, or a personal porn addiction or something like that. You might be right as well. And just kind of general religious guilt being felt. I think it's overall, this album was pretty awesome. I won't tell you my rating because you yelled at me last time for it. But as of right now, it stands at a number on my list.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
I didn't roll my eyes.
You give them the sizzle before it's time. That's me being a good producer, you son of a bitch.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I rank this one though.
Yeah, but
that's a little teaser. That's called a teaser in production.
You gave me sass.
This one. There's a number next to it.
Nope. You gave me a legal sass, and you should apologize for that.
I will apologize over your dead body. I'm so sorry, Andy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What have I done?
All right then.
Right.
I just fucking. I wish I had my Kublai knife. I think it's in my car.
Oh, guess what's? I haven't checked yet, but it should be shipping soon.
Oh, let's go.
There's a knife update for the regular show watchers.
Someone else is gonna own a knife with a band name on it.
With the band logo on it. You're gonna see it. Andy, what's your rating for this? What did I miss that part? Did you rate it yet?
I did not rate it. I will not be partaking in your tomfoolery. I will not be rating these yet.
Notes.
I will say though, it is on my list
Ooh.
at some rating. Yes, very good album. Love it to death. I'm very excited because I was actually on my own, not even thinking about these videos. I was on my own listening to songs off this next album, Gutter Phenomenon, because I feel like it's funny. I think the band hates the album more than the fans do. I don't actually, now that I'm like been talking about it more, I don't know anyone like I don't feel like Gutter Phenomenon's a lot of fans' number one, but I don't know any fan who would be like Gutter Phenomenon's bad.
Yeah, they don't like it. I didn't know they didn't like it.
I don't think they liked it. I think I'll find the video for you. There was this video back in the day. It was like a couple albums ago where they were kind of rating all of their albums, and essentially they were like aggressively critical over all of them except the most recent one.
God,
And I can kind of see where they're coming from, because while Gutter Phenomenon is good, if you look at it in the context of all their other music and then like what they were doing at the time, it was very clear they were trying to go a little bit more mainstream with that one. Like it wasn't just like, here's some fun tunes. It was like you could hear a conscious decision to try to like break out in the mainstream a little bit more. And I wonder if, after a few years after that, they were kind of like, yeah, we were being a little bit of sellouts on that album, and that one feels dirty now.
And that's when they made the Big Dirty right after that.
Because they felt big dirty about it.
Yeah, that's a good storyline. I like that. I think you might be right, because it's on like it was on like a Madden game. It was on like video games and different soundtracks and mainstream shit. Like, so they definitely had a push. They probably had a manager or somebody that they were like, I would be interested. Actually, we'll go over it obviously on the show, but like, I doubt it's still on Ferret. Probably they switched to a different label, you would assume. You know what I mean? And also
them? No, they're not on Ferret anymore.
And well, not now, but there's also 9.
We can't keep doing that joke.
We can do anything we want.
We're adults. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, there's actually. So I was trying to figure out the years between, but this is 3 years between Hot Damn and Gutter Phenomenon. So maybe they just felt like it was a little overproduced too. Maybe overthought, premeditated. I love it though. So I'm excited to get into it with you.
No, it's good. I get their perspective on it. I got to double check and look up the video and shit, but I get their perspective if they're kind of like, yeah, we were trying to go fucking mainstream with that or whatever the fuck. I could see feeling a little dirty about it, but whatever, man. You wrote some fucking sick ass songs on there. Yeah, I just looked it up. They haven't been Ferret Records since 2007.
Oh wow.
They've been Epitaph since New Junk Aesthetic.
So 2007. So Gutter Phenomenon could have been on Ferret.
No, it was.
Oh,
What were you saying earlier?
That I was interested to find out if it was still on Ferret when they were trying to go more mainstream.
Oh, I misheard you. I thought you said if their later albums were still on Ferret.
No.
Yeah, no, they oh, that's interesting. Yeah, they were basically Ferret for the first 4 and then have been Epitaph ever since.
I didn't even know that they were on Epitaph after that. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah, I would have assumed they were on a smaller label than that. I don't know why I would assume that, but I did.
Yeah. Well, especially, how if a band tries to make a mainstream push from a smaller label or something like that, like Bad Religion went from Epitaph to Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You usually make that kind of shift. You don't go from like Ferret to like Epitaph. It feels like a lateral move, Whereas if you were trying, if you were,
not at the time.
yeah, Epitaph is still a pretty small, considering like they don't have any major label subsidiaries or anything.
Epitaph was, Epitaph was very big back in the day.
I know that they were very popular in the punk and alternative scene, but I don't think they were they weren't like major.
No, I'm not saying they were mainstream, but I'm just saying, especially in like 07 to 09, a Ferret to Epitaph jump's a pretty solid jump for a band like that.
Huh.
But no, they weren't like a mainstream label. They were just a very big indie label.
Yeah, they were yes, a very big, but so was Ferret. That's what I'm saying. Is I felt
no. That's what. But you were saying Ferret to Epitaph is what were you saying? Lateral
move. Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's a step up. Because it's just size wise. Ferret record was just like a pop and indie at the time, and then Epitaph was just, right below a mainstream. They just were a substantially bigger record label. I mean, I'll send you the fucking numbers, you piece of shit.
I thought you were going to stop the recording.
Now I am.